It's a sin to hide behind this heartache, to make believe that I've found someone new. It's a sin to say that I don't miss you when people know I'm still in love with you. I'm just a courier. That's all I was. That's all I am. And that's all I'll ever be. Dear God, I spent way too long coming up with that line. Ooh, let's hope they put that in the book somewhere. Maybe on that shelf in the penthouse. I wonder if they're up there right now, trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Ooh, actually, can they see me all the way out here? Best if they don't. Well, no point lingering, I suppose. Goodbye, Vegas. Goodbye, Mojave. Of all the places for me to exit, it had to be one of the least picturesque ones. Rather fitting, I suppose. Despite all the glamour, Vegas is still in the middle of nowhere. So, onwards to Utah, wherever the hell that is. It's not a self-imposed exile, it's a new beginning. Yeah, keep telling yourself that, jackass, you'll believe it one day. At this time, for the love of God, don't get involved in anything. Just pretend to be a hermit. There's no way you can cause any damage that way. Well, I mean, chances are that won't be the case, but let's try to last at least a week before you have to leave town again, okay? And what a great omen this is. Well, it's unmarked, so maybe they'll think I'm already dead. That would be super convenient. The courier is no more. Call me the hermit from now on. Wait, is that the caravan? We don't even have a Brahmin? How much merchandise can we possibly carry? And why the hell do we have a vault dweller among us? Okay, one thing at a time. Which one of you is Jed Masterson?
Howdy, friend. Heard my little broadcast, did you?
Sure did.
Yeah, you look the type. Wait a minute, I recognize you.
What?
Yeah, you're Alice McLafferty's rising star, ain't you?
What?
You sure you want to be here? McLafferty's non-competes are pretty rigid.
How did you... Oh, for fuck's sake, I knew I should have worn a wig. Hey, listen, buddy. Do us both a massive favor and keep that kind of shit to yourself. I'll let you keep half my pay. Just pretend I'm someone you've never heard of before, especially if anyone asks, okay? Yeah, what a pal you are. But seriously, are you a competitor to the Crimson Caravan? Those guys are not known for their restraint when it comes to dealing with rivals.
We're a smaller company out of Sacktown, up in the northern part of the NCR. We run some business through New Reno. They're on the Little Loop. Had a nice run to Salt Lake City, too, but then we lost contact with New Canaan, and that went all to hell.
Okay, good. Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't think you're enough of a threat. At least not yet. Just stay out of the Mojave for now and you should be fine. So, how come you can't get to Salt Lake City anymore? Caravan trails don't just disappear. What the hell happened?
Without New Canaan's mission in Zion, the only ways to Salt Lake City are down the old I-80, or up through Ogden. The highway's too risky. NCR's rangers are so busy here in the Mojave, they don't have the manpower to keep the raiders off. Ogden's just too far. We'd lose more in travel expenses than we'd ever earn.
Ah yes, the beauty of logistics. Isn't it weird how one of the most fundamental drivers of society is also one of the best at sending people to sleep? But, in all seriousness, it sounds like you guys were relying too much on this New Canaan place. What's so special about it?
Don't know much about the place, but I can tell you about the people. The New Canaanites were some kind of religious group from before the war. They control the old city of Ogden, a ways north of Zion, and they got themselves a nice defensible mission in the canyon itself. Or they did. They trade a fair bit with the tribes in Zion. Well, the ones that don't try to kill them anyways.
Religious group, huh? Oh boy, that label has a lot of baggage these days. That can range anywhere from quiet contemplation all the way to human sacrifice. Whereabouts do these guys sit?
I ain't a praying man myself. They paid for their goods and dealt square with us. That's all I ever cared about. But don't think that just because they're religious, that they're pacifists. They take care of their own, and they're damn fine marksmen too.
Well, I still think it's worth knowing a few things about what they believe in. You don't want to accidentally say the wrong thing and get labeled as the Antichrist. That tends to hurt relations, you know? But anyways, if they're so tough, then what the hell happened to them? Sounds like something pretty major, whatever it is. Any ideas?
Nope. Hence this caravan. If we don't make contact with the new Canaanites, Happy Trails might as well just shrivel up and die.
Hence why I said you're relying too much on these guys. This is what happens when you put all your grenades into one bucket. And it sounds like Happy Trails doesn't have the capital to survive. At least not long enough to find an alternative.
You ain't wrong. Losing the Salt Lake City run really stung us. If we can't re-establish contact with this run, we'll be in real trouble.
Well then, I guess we can't afford to let this expedition fail. It's a good thing you've got someone like me on the team. Wait, what the fuck am I doing? Keep a low profile, you idiot. Look, all I'm saying is you've got yourself a bargain. I'm probably gonna stay in Utah after we get there, so you don't need to pay me for the return journey. Yeah, well, what's it like over there anyway?
Well, it ain't good, I'll tell you that. It's not like the Mojave or the NCR. Hell, even Arizona under Caesar is safer. You got raiders all over the damn place. Tribes of degenerates that'll eat you as soon as look at you. Regional warlords, the works. Not too many decent places to stop and trade. New Canaan's one of the only ones left I know about.
Ah, I see. God fucking damn it. The old me would have loved the sound of that. But then again, when the whole world is a shithole, you can't avoid the smell. What kind of raiders are we talking about? They can't be worse than the Fiends, surely.
They're about what you'd expect. Crazy, jacked up on chems, violent as hell, and not too bright. The worst of the 80s, but we won't be passing through their turf on this run.
Well, worst case scenario, I'll just have to stay away from their territory. If I live like someone who doesn't have shit worth stealing, then maybe they'll leave me alone. If not, then I'll just have to fall back on old habits, and that won't end well for anybody. Now, tribals, on the other hand, is a different story. Apparently that's what the 3 Vegas families used to be like.
That's right. The folks that lived in Zion before the war, they didn't just get a little savage. They're downright feral. Most of them don't even speak English anymore. You've got to get yourself a new Canaanite translator to talk to them. The ones you really gotta watch out for are the Whitelegs from the Great Salt Lake. They'll attack just about anyone that ain't one of theirs.
And they don't speak English? Oh, that's gonna make peaceful coexistence almost impossible. How the hell do you say leave me the fuck alone in their language? I could get pretty far with that. Not sure it would be enough for the warlords though. How dangerous are we talking here?
Dangerous enough we won't be going near them if we can help it. I got no desire for my head to decorate some little gas station fort's walls, thanks.
Okay. I think settling down in Utah might be out of the question. Not a problem if I want to kill off half the population, which for me is certainly doable, but based on recent experience, that's gonna have far-reaching consequences, and I'm not great with that. What about Zion? Maybe I'll stay there instead.
Well, I ain't never been inside myself. Did some trading with the new Canaanites from their mission there, but that was all on the outskirts. All the old ways in and out were destroyed after the war, but we got ourselves the location of a pass the new Canaanites use. That's our way in. That's why I wanted someone with a Pip-Boy on the caravan. The map will be helpful for checking the topography, keeping us on the trail.
Okay, but like I said, I'm not coming back to the Mojave, so I sure hope that Vault Dweller over there knows what he's doing. Judging by how he's still wearing that suit, I'm gonna say he doesn't know shit. So, what's my role in this? I want to know exactly what I'm getting myself into this time.
The job is simple. Help us get this caravan into Zion and find New Canaan. The pay is 25 caps per day, half up front, half on return. You'll get a bonus if we make it into Zion, plus another bonus if we reach New Canaan. Oh, one more thing. Don't mention the name Joshua Graham to anyone. Anyone.
Joshua Graham? Why does that name sound familiar? Wait a minute. You're not talking about that guy who worked for Caesar, are you?
Just don't. It makes the new Canaanites powerful uncomfortable, and it scares the britches off the tribals. Don't talk about the Burn Man either while you're at it. Trust me on this one. It's for your own good.
And he's in Zion, is he? Allow me to urgently reconsider the Utah plan. It's not that I'm afraid of facing him if it has to come down to that. It's the attention that would generate. Let's just hope he's also trying to keep a low profile. Well, I'm ready to go now if you are.
Are you now? You know we ain't coming back this way for a good long while now, right? And you know about the weight limit. I don't want no whining about old Mr. Masterson. I left my one-of-a-kind plasma cannon back at base. Can we go back for it? You sure you're ready now?
Look, how many times do I need to tell you I'm not coming back? And do I look like I'm carrying all of my worldly possessions on me? I would need several packed Brahmins just for the guns I've collected, and I'm only slightly exaggerating. You know how heavy a portable nuke launcher is? Besides, that would be my problem to solve, not yours. What's this about a weight limit anyway?
You ain't never been to Zion, have you? We'll be passing through a whole mess of narrow slot canyons and high rough passes. A big pack will get you wedged in like a super mutant crawling through a storm drain. And too much weight will kill you in the thin air.
Okay, that's actually reasonable. But hang on a minute, you're trying to establish a new trading route to the new Canaanites, and this is the best you've got? Even if we find them, you're going to have a hard limit on how much merchandise you can carry each way, not to mention the cost of the journey itself. Are you sure this is actually more cost efficient than going through Ogden? Oh, you know what? I'm not a logistics expert. I'm done trying to influence other people's decisions. If it makes you feel any better, I'll see if there's anything else I can do without. Besides, I want to have a chat with the others.
Yeah, reckon you will.
Alright, let's see what I'm working with here. There's only gonna be 6 of us, huh? Unless the only things we're going to be trading are small trinkets, there's no way this business can be sustainable. Hey there.
Looking to join this caravan, huh? Look to me like you can handle yourself.
I really hope you're saying that because of how I look, and not because you already know who I am. Either way, hi. You can call me the Navigator, because apparently that's what I'm here for. What about you?
Earning my keep. Jed hired me on as a caravan guard for this expedition of his. The work suits me. I've tried staying put in one place, but it never works out. Grew up in New Reno, and I couldn't put that snake pit behind me fast enough. Then I wound up wasting the prime of my life playing sheriff in Caliente. Little town north on the 93. Talk about a pain in the ass. You ask me, best to keep moving. At least the scenery changes.
Well, due to recent, shall we say, developments, I now absolutely agree with that sentiment. Keep moving and don't look back. That's my new motto. Anyway, I've heard of the places you mentioned. Might have even been there in a previous life. Is New Reno as bad as everyone says?
Imagine New Vegas if there was no Mr. House-type fella keeping the peace.
And
give everybody a gun and a jet addiction. Town's run by a bunch of crime families. No law to speak of. Make trouble and you wind up buried in Golgotha outside town. The scuzz factor's off the charts. Non-stop whoring and drugs. Couldn't walk down the street without getting asked to star in a porn movie. So I got my ass out of there while I still owned it. Guess I figured the answer to every problem was rule of law. Naive, huh?
So based on that description, it's basically like the Gomorrah stretched to a whole city. Yeah, never mind losing your ass. I'm more concerned about the smell. Cigarette smoke, chems, and bodily fluids don't mix well. Now, I'm not as familiar with Caliente. What was that like?
Place lived up to its name, that's for sure. When you got fresh water and a trickle of geothermic power, always be some gang of assholes wants to kill you for it. Spent more years and took more bullets than I care to admit protecting that hellhole from dangers within and without. If it wasn't the 80s or the white legs raiding, it was someone from town drunk off his ass trying to win an argument with a shotgun. Got tired of shooting the folks I was supposed to protect. So, now I do this.
God damn it, I guess I won't be settling down there either. But it's good that you have some experience with the white legs at the 80s. I hope you're getting well paid for this, because it sounds like we might encounter some of them along the way. Do we need to treat them differently if we have to start shooting? One's a tribe and the other are a bunch of raiders. Not sure if that means anything.
What's the difference? Raiders is raiders. Bunch of them swept into town and dragged off 2 working girls. Deputies and me gave pursuit, straight into 80s territory. By the time we caught up with the girls, there wasn't much left of them, so we turned for home. Made it back to Caliente without further losses, but we was watched the whole way. Never seen so few people cover so much land. Goddamn creepy. If the 80s had wanted to kill us, we would have been dead. Guess they figured we weren't worth the trouble.
But that's what I mean. I want to know if there are optimized ways to kill them, not setting up an embassy. That's a job for the followers of the apocalypse. What about the Whitelegs? Anything special about them, or do we just set everything to full auto and let rip?
Used to be they raided northeast of Caliente time to time. But then the Desert Rangers fell apart 10 years ago, absorbed into the NCR. Soon enough, the Whitelegs were swarming all over that stretch of I-15. Folks learned not to head north if they wanted to keep their scalps. Eventually, the Whitelegs destroyed the bridges across the Virgin River over in Arizona. End of discussion.
Okay, full auto and let rip. Got it. Although, technically speaking, that's gonna be your job as a caravan guard. You focus on protecting the goods, and I'll focus on protecting the Pip-Boy. Oh, don't give me that look. Guns and bullets won't mean shit if you don't know where to go.
Catch you another time, then.
Oh, you will. It sounds like a long journey, so we better get used to each other. Okay, so what are you two supposed to be? More guards? Holy shit.
Someone finally put down that sick motor runner son of a bitch. Good riddance.
You planning on blowing a tunnel through the mountains with that?
If the NCR ain't gotta worry about Caesar no more, it should worry about improving the lives of regular folks around here.
Got anything to say about that?
Mark my words. Won't be long before the Legion and NCR butt heads over Hoover Dam.
Okay, I'm just gonna assume you two are paid to look tough and not much else. You, on the other hand, is sticking out like a sixth toe. You're gonna sweat buckets in that suit.
You looking for trouble, bud? I got plenty to spare, so watch your ass around me.
Okay. Firstly, that was uncalled for. Secondly, you're very lucky I'm trying to keep cool right now, because until recently, I was eviscerating people with a chainsaw. Never mind my ass, keep this up and you'll be looking for yours in a scavenger hunt, assuming you can still recognize it. Now for your sake, I hope whatever it is you do is essential to this caravan, because I'm not in the mood to take even a fraction of the bullshit you're already spewing.
You want to know what I do, bud? Anything I fucking want. I'm one of a kind. I've been places, see? And done things. Lots of them. And when it's time to kill shit up, hell yeah, I'm a fucking storm of death. Something or someone make the mistake of crossing Ricky, I'll fucking dead-eye him, her, or it. In fact, that's my nickname. Dead-Eye Ricky. That's my name.
Holy fucking shit, is this what I normally sound like? This might be karma, I'm not sure. Thing is, I can back up my claims, it's just not in my best interest to do that right now. You, on the other hand, don't have that excuse. So, consider this a job interview, Deadeye. Let's start with that. How did you earn that title? I want to see a formal certificate.
How you think? I shoot things in the eye. That's how good I am. Yeah, I'm that good. Why, once I got jumped by 3 death jaws. Except, actually, it was 4 of them. Imagine that! But I didn't panic. Because I never panic. What I did was become a storm of death. Shot every one of them monsters pop in the eye.
Death jaws, huh? This is gonna be a fun ride, I can already tell. You realize there's a difference between claws and jaws, right? I know they sound similar, but they're not even remotely the same thing. Makes me wonder how you're so sure you even shot them in the eye, considering your level of anatomical knowledge. I'm not sure shooting a death claw in the eye is even enough to stop it.
No, you heard me right. Death jaws. They're like death claws, but bigger teeth. Or there was the time one of them Steel Brotherhood assholes made the mistake of messing with me. Last mistake he ever made.
Steel Brotherhood. Oh, go on. Dig yourself a little deeper, please.
I was walking along, minding my own, and up pops one of them Brotherhoods. He yells, "Hand over that laser rifle, asshole!" So I hand it over, just to make him think I'm scared. But really I'm not. I never am. Before he knows what hit him, I draw my 11mm machine gun and bam, bam, right through the eye slit in his helmet. DOA.
Ooh, right through the visor. I guess that must have been Taurus's handiwork. Either that or the guy was just some raider and he wasn't wearing real power armor. Or you just made shit up, because let me tell you something right now. T-Series power armor is completely bulletproof from top to bottom. If you try to shoot the helmet in the visor, the only thing you would have killed is yourself from the ricochet.
Then I guess this dumb fucker's armor must have been D-Series or something.
D for dumbass.
All I know is he died up real dead when I killed him, okay?
Honestly, I can't tell if you're straight up bullshitting or if you actually believe in what you're saying. I should start a betting pool with the others. So other than being deadly accurate at hitting things that don't exist, what other special abilities have you got?
Well, I grew up near Dayglow out west, so yeah, I grew a third nut that glows in the dark.
All right, I'll believe you. Lord knows I ain't gonna pat you down to find out for myself.
Well, I, on the other hand, will be finding out. With a knife.
God damn it, never should have joined this ass-backwards caravan.
Oh, don't even pretend that's somehow more disturbing than the shit you described earlier, lady. And don't you worry, Deadeye. Judging by your behavior, I think there's a very good chance you're out of your mind on Psycho. So chances are you won't feel a thing.
Hey, fuck you! I didn't say nothing about using Psycho!
Weird, because you're showing all the classic symptoms right now. Anyway, let's move on to the big horner in the room. You're wearing a Vault suit and a Pip-Boy.
Nice job, Eagle Eye. Of course I got a Pit-Boy and a Vault suit. So what?
So, naturally, I'm wondering where the fuck you got them from.
Where the fuck you think? Vault 2-2. That's where I grew up.
No shit! Vault 2-2? Is Dayglow part of that? If so, it sounds like you guys suffered one hell of a radiation leak for you to grow that third nut. And that's weird, because last time I was there, the problem was fungal infection of the extremely aggressive kind. By the way, Jed, if this motherfucker starts coughing, shoot him in the head. You don't want what he's got.
Oh, you've been to Vault 2-2, huh? I may have been exaggerating a little. Truth is, I got this suit and the Pit-Boy off a dead prospector who came out from Zion. Guy was dead when I found him, okay? Had a ton of shit on him. That's how I know there's good loot in Zion, see?
Oh yeah, you exaggerated that just a little bit there. And you seriously expect me to believe that you found this in Zion? Everyone in that vault either died in there or became part of the Green Coalition. Look, if you want to make shit up, at least try to make it believable, okay? Speaking of which, do you even know how to use that Pip-Boy?
Sorry. The shit I do with it is so far over your head, be wasting my time to put it in words you could understand. Basically, it makes me badass. More badass, I mean. It's totally mind-blowing shit. It ain't just some bracelet. Know what I mean? Jed says it's got maps and shit like that. So that's how I'm gonna guide this caravan where it needs to go. Not that I didn't know all that already.
Well, it's a good thing someone who does know how to use their Pip-Boy showed up when he did. Notice how I'm wearing one on my wrist? Can you see anything with those shades on?
Huh? Of course I noticed. First thing I noticed about you. Me? I'm so used to wearing mine, it's just normal. Don't think you're someone special just because you got one.
Well, in that case, do you mind demonstrating this amazing map of yours to an amateur like me? Please, wow us with your incredible badass piece of technology. Whenever you're ready, pal. Yeah, you don't know how to work this thing, do you? I think Jed needs to know about this.
Go ahead. Your word against mine, fucko. See what happens.
Actually, I'm not sure I even need to. If he had any confidence in your abilities whatsoever, then why the hell would he need me? And in any case, he's standing right here. Why don't you show him how well you can work your Pip-Boy? Or do you think he's too stupid to tell the difference?
Hey, why you gotta go and be like that? Fuck! Look, this is a sweet gig for me. Don't go fucking it up. What are you after anyways?
What I'm after is for you to get the fuck out of here. I don't want anyone on this team to get themselves killed by following a fucking idiot who thinks he knows everything when he clearly doesn't know shit. If it was just me, I would let you do it just so I could know what it feels like on the receiving end. But it's not just me, so fuck that!
Fine. You win, asshole. Enjoy leading the expedition into a fucking ambush. Hope you all die.
As opposed to you leading us off a cliff. I'll take my chances. Did you see that? He didn't even try to fight it because he knew he's been caught. If there's one thing I can't stand is someone who can't walk the walk. And we're gonna be doing a lot of walking.
Damn good thing you came along. Now that Ricky skedaddled, yours is the only Pip-Boy we got.
Seriously? You should have had that guy figured out the moment he opened his mouth. I'll be surprised if he knew how to turn on the radio on that Pip-Boy. Oh, look, I'm sorry, okay? This is your caravan, you should have had the final say. But trust me, we're better off without that guy. As for me, I deliberately packed light for this trip. I'm leaving everything else behind, and I do mean everything.
All right. I reckon you know your limits. You keel over on me out there, though, and I'll leave your ass. After we take everything useful you crammed in your pack.
Well, you won't find much, and if anyone's going to keel over, it's gonna be one of you. I hope you remember what you just said when I'm carrying you out of that canyon, old man.
Well, all right then. Let's get moving. We got a long road ahead of us.
That we do. And for some of us, the road is gonna be longer than others.
The paths we're following are slow going, so you might as well keep your ears open and listen to what old Jed has to say.
Or I could just put the radio on. Alright, fine, you can stop looking at me like that.
A few decades back, folks in the NCR started to hear about a community in northern Utah called New Canaan. Didn't know much about them, except that they were religious folks, sent out missionaries to talk to the tribes. We've seen our share of cults, but the New Canaanites, they were honest traders. Good fighters, too. Raiders wouldn't tangle with them. But then, the Legion appeared in Arizona. I reckon you know all about them.
Oh yes, inside and out. Literally.
Turns out Caesar's first war chief, the Malpace Legate, was a New Canaanite, Joshua Graham. Legend goes that Graham was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole damn Legion. The New Canaanites wouldn't talk about him. They were ashamed. Guess I can't blame them. Well, at Hoover Dam, the Malpace Legate finally met his match. Hanlon and Oliver kicked his New Canaanite butt right back over the river.
Mostly Hanlon, if you want to be precise.
Caesar had to make an example for the others, to show them that even at the highest level, failure wouldn't be tolerated. He had Graham covered in pitch, lit on fire, and thrown into the Grand Canyon. People say he didn't even scream on the way down.
Unless he was already dead, I seriously doubt that.
Not long after, some of the slaves and tribals started to talk. Said Graham wasn't dead. Shouldn't have been any surprise. All this talk bothered Caesar, so he forbade anyone from speaking his name. Wanted to erase Joshua Graham from history. He got his wish. Joshua Graham disappeared, and in his place came legends of the burned man walking the wastes. Probably just a tribal ghost story. But New Canaan's been silent for a long time. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe the Malpace Legate is dead.
Maybe some random jackass heard about this story and decided to call himself the Burned Man for shits and giggles.
Or maybe Joshua Graham did crawl out of that canyon and finally found his way back home.
Sure, maybe that too. And breathe. Ooh. Wow, you weren't kidding about the thin air.
All right, people. Been a long couple of weeks. But here we are. Zion. I know your feet hurt. I know you're tired. But I need everyone's mind on the trail ahead.
Ain't the trail ahead worries me, Jed. Those descents we made through that slot canyon back up there. Ain't no way we're getting back out the way we come. And then what?
God damn it, Stella heard you the first time. And the 15th, too. The New Canaanites will know a way. And if they don't, we've got the maps on our friend's Pip-Boy over there. Enough lollygagging. Get moving. And keep an eye out for tribals.
Sorry to bother you with reality, old Jed. Who cares if we can't get back out the way we come? That's not a problem.
Worst case scenario, we use dynamite to make a tunnel. But you guys should do that. The god of explosions and I have an understanding.
Shh. Hold on now. Could swear I heard something up ahead.
What, you mean that guy up there? Holy shit, that's not the welcoming party I was hoping for. This is a bad start. What did we do? Are we standing on sacred ground? Alright, lady, we're not trying to reshape the landscape here. Oh, what the hell just happened? Take your finger off the trigger when you're reloading, for fuck's sake!
Holy hell! Stay low, people! Stay low!
Stay low? They're hitting us from all sides, and they have the high ground. We've already lost. Hug the side of the canyon. Don't just stand there. Okay, you're not standing anymore. No, Jen, listen to me. We need to get to the... God damn it. Is it just me left? Oh, hello? Well, fuck me! It's been 2 weeks, everybody's dead, and I'm stuck in hostile territory. I can barely even see these guys, so this won't last long. So I guess this is where my story ends. Goodbye, everybody. Oh wait, there you are. Okay, is anyone going to shoot me in the back of the head? These tribals can apparently blend into the environment and literally become one with the rocks, so I wouldn't even be that surprised. Well, if any of them is thinking of shooting me, make sure you interrupt me mid-sentence. It would be funnier that way. Otherwise, you can all fuck off. I've got enough problems on my hands. Jed, you okay there, buddy? You've got an arm off, but on a scale of 10 for injuries, that's only like a 7 these days. I stand corrected, he is very much dead. You, on the other hand, fell face first into the ground. For your sake, I hope you're dead. What is that on his skin? Is that chalk? That can't be good for you. Oh, hang on a minute. Are these the white legs? They fit the profile. Well, on the bright side, I know what I'm dealing with. Unfortunately, the only things my very kind but also very temporary companions could tell me is how sadistic they are. Nothing that can help me fight them off. I'm not short on weapons now, but that's not going to do me much good if I can't even see them. See, now I miss the desert, because at least there's a lack of vegetation for people to hide in. I feel like a chupacabra without a stealth boy right now. I mean, maybe in my past life I had some experience in terrain like this, but even if I can remember that, I'm out of practice. Oh, Stella. Well, you've also got an arm off, and you're also very dead. We were kind of relying on your experience to keep us away from shit like this. Oh well, let's not speak ill of the dead. Boy, am I glad I didn't try to bond with any of these guys, otherwise this might have hurt. Imagine if something like this happened in the Mojave with the others and... Let's just say it's a good thing I'm not there anymore. Wow, we really didn't pack anything interesting. Did Jet really think he could sell Dinky the dinosaur toys to the locals? But anyway, in the event of my death, I only wish there was a way to tell the others back in Vegas. That way they'll get some closure and not waste time trying to find me. That said, they might not believe it, so I guess the messenger would have to send back something definitive. Except I left everything identifiable back in the Lucky 38. Well, apart from Benny's gun, I've still got that. I'm not letting go of my death. Maybe that'll be proof enough. Either that or my severed head, but I think that might be going a little too far. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did this guy get a Tommy gun? Wow, these things are ancient, but they pack a serious punch. NCR troopers would kill to get their hands on some of these. Once again, a bunch of tribals and raiders are better armed than NCR soldiers. I'm not even surprised anymore. Then again, that would also make these guys better armed than legionaries. Now there's a thought. And look at this rifle! Again, it's ancient, but wow, these bullets are terrifying. If you shoot a Deathclaw in the eye with one of these, that probably would drop them immediately. Once again, where the hell did these tribals get their hands on something like this? I hope these are one-offs that were looted from outsiders and not being manufactured somewhere. To think that these guys can make advanced weapons and still dress in animal furs? Oh! Yeah, fuck you two. Ow. This is why you should have made some armor to go with your fancy guns. Even leather armor would have been better than nothing, as I just demonstrated. Looks like we weren't the first ones to get ambushed here. And you've got riot shotguns, what the actual fuck? To think that I was worried about leaving most of my weapons behind. I'm gonna get a new collection this time next week. Now I really hope I can find the new Canaanites. Their armory is gonna get a huge upgrade thanks to me. That's assuming I can never get to them, of course, because yikes. Ooh, I guess that's why they call this place Zion Valley. Okay, so how do we feel about this creaking wooden bridge that's over 200 years old? It probably wasn't that safe back then. I mean, holy shit, we would have had to cross this regardless of the ambush. I stand corrected. It's a good thing we didn't bring any more goods than we already did. Look at the gaps between the boards. I know they say you shouldn't look down, but fuck that. I need to make sure my foot doesn't go right through. I'm gonna take my sweet time doing this. Oh no! No! We are not doing that! Not here! Not now! What the hell? Did that guy just club the other guy in the back of the head? Wow, stone cold. What is this? Someone trying to steal the opportunity? Look, I don't give a shit. Just let me cross the bridge in peace before you try to kill me. I know that kind of defeats the point, but come on. We can bash each other's heads in and still be gentlemen about it. Almost there. Is he still just watching me?
Hoi.
Oh god.
White legs don't leave survivors often. You're some kind of lucky, let me tell you. You came from outside, didn't you? From the civilized lands. Wow. Joshua will want to hear about this.
Joshua? Is it too much to hope that this is a different Joshua to the one I know about? Knowing my luck, it probably is.
Joshua Graham.
Fuck!
He leads our tribe. Thanks to him, the dead horses are strong and safe from our enemies. He'll want to talk to anyone coming up from Southways. Guess that means just you now. Come, I can take you to him.
Yeah, I would decline, except you have the high ground and I'm standing on something with aspirations of being a bridge. I'm holding a very weak hand is what I'm saying, so I guess I'll come along.
Good sists. We head east then. Joshua is at our tribe's camp in the Eastern Virgin.
Oh, this is gonna end badly, I can already tell. Oh, and for the love of God, if you're going to bash my head in with a club, please do it from the front, not from behind. I want to say hello to death in the face, even if it's just for a split second.